Hi guys, Lightheart89 here. Um, just thought I'd do a division discussion. Um, I am gonna say this now. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the division, and it's going to be seven. We're looking at what 7 days to go, as it's March 1st tomorrow. March 1st, guys. Time has gone so fast. But I want to touch on a couple of things that I've learned about reading the forums, and that personally, I feel, people want, and what versus what I would want for the division. So before we get to talking about the topics that I've aforementioned, first of all, the division isn't like any other game I've seen in terms of first-person shooters, RPGs, or anything that's gone to shit. Because in the division, we are made aware that a virus has been transmitted through all out New York, throughout, the city. A virus is just gone absolutely nuts and killed everyone and reduced society to its lowest. And now we have agents called the Division, and they're going to step up and try to reclaim society back from the brink of destruction. That is, from what I can gather, the take of the Division at its core. Um, but I've been reading the forums, and I've been reading the forums a hell of a lot, as my partner, Senior Airman, has done a Division-related video. Um, I have seen comments about going rogue, which I will talk about. Um, Weapons, how this game specifically is an RPG, how this game is a potential, I put a potential Destiny killer. And I'm now going to start off with this game is about teamwork. This game is about teamwork. And whether you're playing the story campaign or whether you're going into the dark zone, and I want to touch on the dark zone as well. Um, but when you're going into a game like this, you've got to have your friends who have this game that know, to some degree, how to work as a unit and as a team to stop whatever is happening in this game from spreading all over the world. It could be that it's just that New York has gone down. And it could be a potential domino effect where you knock one, all of the other cities go down, and then eventually the world. That's what it could be. That's what I hope as a storyline could be. You stop this virus from getting out, but you take back New York. You reclaim New York. That's what I'm hoping for. Personally, that's what I'm really, really hoping for. But like I said, I immediately started on the closed beta. I pre-ordered and I started on the closed beta. And a couple of things that were floating around in the forums were the level caps, the dark zone, and wanting to explore this game. Obviously, as it was a beta, not a lot of things were available to us, both in the open and in the closed betas. I now want to touch on the fact that teamwork is a very, very big part in this. Teamwork plays so much of a part in this game. It's also a cover-based game. You have to take advantage of your surroundings. That is, to a point, what you have to do in a situation of being shot at by, and whether it be NPCs or it would be rogues in the Dark Zone. And it also comes down to numbers, as it's an RPG in a sense. At its core, you have to take notice of your DPS of, for example, 2,695 DPS on your primary, but only 2,100 on your secondary. You have to take into account your numbers, how you play, how you are as somebody who can deal with being in a situation where, hold on, that the Division game could, spell certain doom if you have certain weapons for your opponents, for example. But I want to touch on the betas. Mainly, I want to touch on going rogue first. I want to touch on that first. I see you guys in the stream. I want to know if you guys played the beta. So let me know in the comments, and I will reply to your. What up, man? Nice to see you, Nicholas. I'm just giving a little bit of a discussion before the Division comes out. It's all going on. 7 days to go. I want to get your guys' feedback on what you think this game is going to offer you, but then I also want to give you something to think about what I've read in the forums versus going rogue, or how this game is going to work for you as a player. What do you intend to do as a player with this game? But what I'm gonna start off with is obviously it is a numbers game. It's a very big numbers game. You've got to pay attention to what works for you as a player. What role will you be taking? Tankage? Will you be going medical DPS? Will it all out sabotage for your opponents so they don't know what's hit them, and your fellow teammates can swoop in and just be... Or will you be a sort of like a tanky sentinel, taking hits for your teammates whilst they set up offensively? I want to know what you will be doing. But first of all, I want to start off with saying that in a beta, we are limited to what we can do and what the beta is offering us. That is cause and point of a beta. It's a field test in a sense. And what the Division betas both primarily focused on was the Dark Zone. It focused so heavy on the Dark Zone because I'm assuming that Ubisoft were aware that there were issues and how they could tackle them, and they listened to the community. They do listen to the community for both betas because they've taken on so much information. It's unbelievable, and they are only now dealing with it because I've myself have been in contact with Ubisoft about the Division, so I could probably bring you guys some content. But one person that has narrowed this content down is one YouTuber, and his name is Boomslang. If you want to go check out him and check out what he's talking about for the Division, and he will give you a lot more information than I can or ever hope to achieve. But that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say to you is the Division has its own set of rules. It is not like Destiny. You are not going to have an overshield, for example. You are going to have to purely rely on numbers. You're going to have to rely on your skills, your situational awareness, your team, your friends, who you can trust, who you cannot trust. And trust plays a very big and very key part in the Division. But I am going to talk about, obviously, going rogue. Going rogue has its merits, and it also has its, it has its merits and it has its drawbacks. You will get, if you go rogue, with the intention of going rogue, everyone and his mother will see you on their screen saying, this person has just gone rogue. You can either go kill this person, or it goes to a set of stages. You gain momentum going rogue. And if you are going rogue with the intention of getting manhunt status, then people will come find you and come kill you. And then you can't bitch and moan about it. Because people have, in the forums and on the threads and in the beta, they have said going rogue should not give them a penalty. Do you realise what the Division is? Do you realise that the Division is a underground team? Hence why I said team. It's a team of operatives that are there to sort out and reclaim and take back New York. And take back what has been lost. So it's up to the Division, what you do in your Division. If you go rogue, you make all of your teammates go rogue. That is fact. This has been seen. This has been proven. And you cannot expect, when you go rogue, that you will not get some sort of penalization for it. And that is what people have been saying. When they go rogue, they don't want to be penalized. Tough shit. If you do something that is going to hinder your teammates to such an extent as killing another player who is not in your team, you will go rogue. No ifs, no ands, no buts. You will go rogue. Full case and point. And then we have, to a certain degree, the other side of going rogue. The baiting. I want to know, guys, what did you think of playing the beta? Will you be getting it? Will you be getting the Division? I'm going to be doing this live stream, about an hour's live stream, to get you guys talking about the Division and what you're expecting of it. I want to hear you guys in the comments. Excuse me while I light a cigarette. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this, about going rogue. Because, obviously, how do you feel about going rogue? How do you feel about the Division coming out? What is it that I want to tailor this to you guys, this stream to you guys? Because I myself drink it from the bottle. I myself have gone out and pre-ordered this game. I literally went in to my local game store, pre-ordered this game, and I didn't know anything about this game. I had to learn. And I had to learn very quickly that teamwork was a very big and key essential part to this game. That was already initialized from the get-go. And then, obviously, you've got your hardcore PvPers saying that they don't want to be penalized. And this is what it was down to the fact. It was down to the fact that people who are hardcore Call of Duty PvPers, they wanted to go rogue and have no consequences. Like I said, once you go rogue, tough shit. Everyone and his mother will kill you, because it comes up with a reticle icon of, a skull and a counter of how long you are going to be rogue for. And obviously it is what it is, going rogue. The storyline, you've got to rebuild your stronghold. You've got to rebuild some form of strength to combat this virus. That's why going out into the open world, whether it be Dark Zone or whether it be the PvE environment of New York, you have to go out and you have to essentially farm these items for your base of operations to become stronger. So you unlock skill trees, and so you unlock different capabilities. And yes, it does interconnect. What you do in, for example, potentially what you do in one area affects your skill tree. If you do the medical wing, it affects your health. If you do tech, it affects your potentially DPS. If you do intel, it could potentially influence your skill tree. It does influence skill trees. So whatever you do as a player for the storyline, it influences how you are as a player. That's what an RPG is. But I want you guys to obviously come to me with your questions, and I will do my best to answer them. And I want you to give me what your thoughts were on the Division beta, whether you played the open or the closed. Because, like I have said, there is a week to go before this game is released. It's March 8th, guys. I'm sure as hell hyped for it. And I'm making this stream to talk about the Division and get you guys involved on what you want to see, how you feel this game's going to go. Have you pre-ordered the season pass? What have you done to prepare yourself? Have you taken time off work for this game? You know, how will you play this game? I want to know what your interpretations of this game are from the beta. I want to know what you guys think. Will it be Game of the Year? Potentially, I see it as maybe a good Game of the Year. But I want you guys to tell me your experiences of going in the Dark Zone. I want you guys to tell me of your experiences of weapons and how you found them. It would be good to know what you guys feel. Because I myself have, you know, on release day, I will be up early on release day of March 8th, and I can tell you that for a fact. I will be up early. I will go straight to my game store. I will pick up my copy of The Division. I will be coming straight home, and I will be live streaming it to you guys from day one. And that I can promise you. But I want to know what you guys are looking forward to mostly about The Division. Be right back. I just need to get myself a glass. And I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't get glass. Couldn't be bothered. But when I initially said that the Division is about teamwork, yes, it is about teamwork. You have to look at what you've got with your team. You have to have a certain coordination with your team. It's all about teamwork. And obviously, you've had there was an issue in the beta where there was a group of rogues, a group of players, and they were funneling players and getting all of their loot, all of these Dark Zone credits because they could, because they, found a way to exploit the system. Going rogue does award you, if by some miracle you survive, it rewards you with Dark Zone credits. It does have its merits. Going rogue means you're going to have, for example, you're going to have an icon above your head and a timer. For every person you kill, it will go higher. It will go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher to rank 5, which is manhunt level. And then you're seen to be visible by everyone. But from a perspective of mine, as I'm not used to these types of games, I'm having to learn to coordinate my attacks, to know where my surroundings are, escape routes, entrances, and watch doors, etc. That is, being very on target and very key. But I don't want a community base saying they shouldn't be penalised for going rogue for killing other players. Well, unfortunately, it's the way the game's designed. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Simple as. If you don't like the penalties, don't do it. Because everyone is trying to get where they need to be. And they don't need you being a dick and killing them. And then you complain about it when you get killed. Simple answer. Don't be a dick. Don't go rogue. That's purely for the fact from what I've read on the forums, and that's just my opinion. If you're going to go rogue, then you're a dick. But don't go crying to Ubisoft, for example, that you've been killed so many times because you've gone rogue. They'll just look at you and laugh, to be honest. But I want to know, guys, what you encountered in the Dark Zone, what you felt of the game, what you potentially see this game going, how you feel it plays. I want to know how you want to take your Division. How do you want to play the game? I want to know. I really do. I want you guys to ask questions and talk amongst yourselves, and I want to get you involved, because I will get you guys involved when the Division comes out. I will get some of you in a party together, and I will play with you. I will do this, but I want... No, Jacksoff, I'm not playing the game. I'm just discussing the some of the things that I've read on the forums, and also, letting you guys know that I want you guys to play the game and what you want to do, how you're going to take the game, how you're going to approach things in the Dark Zone, what problems you encountered in the beta. I want to know how you feel. Well, I have played the Division. Obviously, I played the Division with my partner. I'll be playing mainly with him, but I will be playing with you guys. I will be playing with my subscribers, and I'll be playing with you guys, and I'll get to know the game, different tactics, different styles, and learn from you guys as a team, because it is a team-based game. It's a team-based RPG. This is what people don't seem to realize. The Division is an RPG focus. It's, very, very hand in hand. It's all about numbers. You get a weapon, like I've stated, that's for example, a primary that's 2,791 damage, and you can add attachments to increase its damage further versus what your opponent's health is, because that's all it is. You find a weapon that's powerful enough and your opponent has 7,000 HP, but your weapon only has 2,000 XP, 2,000 attack power, for example. You're going to find ways to boost that weapon up. I want to know how you guys will be taking this game. Will be Well, it is 7 days to go, to be honest, Jack's off. Obviously, if my title seems misleading, then I'm sorry. I am sorry for that, and I'm sorry that you felt that way. But my opinion has been, and always will be, that, people in the community take different stances to things. They say things very differently. But with 7 days to go, I want to discuss, which there is only essentially, with it being 1st of March tomorrow, I want to discuss how you guys will be taking the game, what you found in the game to be, graphically aesthetic, graphics, what you felt, did you feel immersed? I want to find these things out. I do want to find these things out. As you guys, as a YouTuber, I want to know what you guys think. And if my title was misleading, then I'm sorry. I can change that. But here at Lightheart Gaming, I have, I've read forums, I've played the game, I've played both betas. And from what I can take from this game is a cover-based game. It is a tactical game. You've got to play tactically. You've got to, take into account of your surroundings, of other players, and what the drawbacks are. If you attack those other players, and they have stated, if you go rogue, you potentially, if you survive, you get credits and you get experience. There is that. But if you die, you'll get a bounty. With these kinds of games, there is a cause and effect. So if you disavow the division, and it does say when you go rogue, you've disavowed the division, and you will go rogue. That's, one of the things that they've put in. It's very good that they've put it in. It's very good that they've put in some kind of way. If you disavow the division, you go rogue. It's it's part and parcel. You're there to do a job, but if somebody on your team is killing you, or you're killing another player, you're going to go rogue. You're going to have an issue of that arising. So don't expect to go rogue and not have any consequences. That's all I can say on that one. Second of all, I want to talk on the factions. I mean, I saw that in the beginning that the cleaners, set fire to everything because they wanted to extinguish the virus by fire. I mean, what are their intentions? Not much has been revealed about these factions. I think there are 3 factions so far that we've been made aware of in this game. Yet, I want to know, and what begs the question is, how the division starts off is very, 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 very ingenuitive. It starts off that a virus is released into New York, and nobody knows how until, I think it was the trailer yesterday explained it, how the virus was transmitted. It was transmitted via money. It was transferred by something we use in everyday life. Money is the root of all evil. Well, what Ubisoft have done, they've taken a very, very, very good saying, and they've taken it and they've made it a potential possibility. I mean, they've got on their website for the Division game, they've got the collapse, which simulates how much what you would do in a situation like that. They are getting ready to take you guys on a very, very delve deep journey, full of knee high. You're going to be knee high in the shit, and you've got to realize you are the only guys out there. You guys as players are the only people that can either help rebuild, or potentially, if you go rogue, destroy the division. If you go rogue, for example, what is it about this game that has made you guys so hype? I want to know. I want to know why you are so hype for this game. I want to know why you're going to take different routes into it, how you're going to play the game. This is what this discussion is about. I mean, obviously, I've touched on going rogue. I've touched on the fact that myself and a couple of people have pre-ordered this game. I pre-ordered this game, I think, two and a bit months ago. Two and a bit months ago, and I will be doing a unboxing for the game. I will be doing an unboxing, and it'll be posted on my YouTube channel. I'll be getting the collector's edition, so you have to look forward to that. And I will be bringing you guys in to play. And if you guys think that I was playing the game, and I'm very, very sorry, I'm just using this as a backdrop for this discussion video. I mean, there are 7 days to go, and in 7 days' time, we're all going to put this game in our consoles, and we're going to wonder who's going to be really on our side. Who can we trust on our friends list to go into the division with? Because it's all about trust. It's all about numbers. It's all about trust. It's about taking into account that this game, from what it seems to me, has a very, very big story, and it's very, very, it goes into quite a few avenues to bring you and immerse you into this game. Otherwise, they wouldn't have released it. And they have said, and they have released confirmation of the DLCs 1, 2, and 3. I do believe they released 3. I think they're releasing 3 DLCs for this game. And they've already said, if you get the season pass, you'll get these bonuses. I mean, if you pre-order the game now, you still have time to pre-order. You will get the hazmat set gear, which is a cosmetic gear set. I mean, what they've done in terms of character customization as well is you can customize your character to look how you want them to look, fight how you want them to fight with guns, what weapons you can attach, they've gone the route of where you can customize it to your liking of how your characters look in terms of looks, to your character's damage outputs, to your recovery, to your skill sets, to your skills trees. You can mix and match and feel free to do what you want with this game. But they have also said going rogue is kind of risk versus reward. The PvP element is risk versus reward. And this is what people, like I have said, people have said they don't want to go rogue. When they go rogue, they don't expect to get penalized. And I've got one simple, matter-of-factly way of looking at things. If you go rogue, you're a dick, and you're going to get killed. Simple as. Risk versus reward. The risk is you go rogue. The reward is you may potentially survive. However many people are on your tail, you may potentially survive. Or how much weapon damage your weapon does versus their health. It's all about numbers for gunfights, and that's what people don't seem to realize. But it's also risk versus reward in terms of fights. And obviously, I have been playing The Division. I played both betas, like I've stated before. I played both betas. I played the closed beta and I played the open beta. And in the closed beta, I found there were no issues, apart from going rogue just for the hell of it and testing it out. And then in the open beta, I found that players were Thanks, Terrell. That's really, really nice. I needed to know that. That's just made my day even better, being told that. Thank you so much. But I have played this game, and then I played the open beta. The open beta was fun, but then I came across people who are baiting you to shoot them. They would shoot you to a certain degree before they went rogue, and once you were shot, you shot back automatically as a reaction, and then they made out you to go rogue. And that's, something that I found very, very, I found it very, very hurtful, to be honest, that players would go to a certain extent. But guys, I want you to drop down what you're going to be doing in the game when it's released, because there is only 7 days to go. I want you guys to talk about what you're going to talk about, and I will do a discussion video when the release on the release day. I'll do a release day video and do a stream, and then go from there. I will see you guys later. This is Lightheart Gaming signing off, because apparently I can't stream properly. Thanks for you guys watching though.